It's September the 1st, 2016, and wow, that's bad lighting. Hold on. Perhaps the lighting just wanted to go back to sleep, given that it's this time in the morning, also translating to some people as, oh my god, why? We were planning on waking up at 1, but we just couldn't do it. I suspect there should be a lot of sleeping on the bus, which, honestly, knowing me on a bus trip, it was going to happen regardless of how many hours I got anyway. Because I'm a bit of a, what Alex Albright coined the term, carpolactic, which means when I'm in a moving vehicle, I usually fall asleep. Or, to make sure that you guys know I'm safer than that, a moving vehicle that I'm not driving. Kind of an important point. Anyway, I'm at least doing these snaps from home, so you guys live on Snapchat will be able to see these. But again, here's how today's going to work. If the hotel Wi-Fi works properly, then any snaps that I capture, I can post up for you guys to see later. But regardless, they're still going to be saved in their sort of full omnibus versions for YouTube later. And when I get home, one of my first acts of business will be for you guys uploading those to YouTube and making a post on the website where you can find them all. So yeah, either way, you guys will be informed of what happened at Dragoncon. Should be some fun times ahead. By the way, I am up in the camper because I had to grab some last minute things. There's always those couple of things you forgot to pack, right? Just how it works. And I also needed to make the transfer from my savings account to my checking account for, well, the hotel room and other expenses. But mainly the hotel room. Again, there's a reason why I only do this every other year instead of every year. Whew! Don't get me wrong, it's totally worth it, but yeah, a hotel room for that amount of time, your wallet pretty much weeps at you and goes, no, please, no more, I can't take it anymore. You know, so that's a thing. Also, in a random string of events that happened, you'll never guess what happened on Twitter. I'll show you this. I'll color out the screen name so that they don't get any promotion for this, because I'm pretty sure it's a spam bot anyway, but look at this. There's various jokes about, wow, was the interview that good or something that want to come through my head, but it's 12:26 in the morning, so. Willie Dills was still up, so obviously entertained myself with him playing some Rocket League before we had to head out. Now we getting our water ready. Hydration. By the way, head over to Cracked. I was making a joke. Adam Ruins Everything did a video on hydration. I assume it's part of a bigger episode. I'm probably going to end up getting that season, to be honest. Point is, it was hilarious and you need to look it up. There was even a little mind-blowing fact I actually didn't know about. Informative and funny. That's what Adam does. We are here at the Burger King. Why are we at the Burger King? It's also a Greyhound bus station. And we made it here with plenty of time to spare, so now we just wait for the bus to show up, and then the trip begins. 3:38 and the bus is late. And you know me with late stuff, I start getting anxious. Pretty anxious. It's now 4 a.m. and the bus is finally here. Also, someone has a freaking ghetto blaster over there using it. I'm not lying. That's unexpected. Seems to have a variation of songs on it, too. It doesn't seem to be one genre. Right now it's playing pop, but it was playing country a while ago. Because I thought it was from one of the cars, right? And then I happened to notice the antenna popping out the side, and I realized, holy crap, that's a ghetto blaster. I didn't even know they made those still. So we just arrived at the Knoxville Greyhound bus station. It's huge compared to the Burger King. I'd show you, but there's a lot of people. I might sneak a snap of it for you guys, but a lot of people just clearly not happy to be awake this morning. Yeah, she said we're gonna hang out around the area. She says 40 minutes. boy, the stories I have to tell you guys about today. I'm talking to Snapchat.
Oh, I thought you was talking to me.
No. First of all, on the bus this morning, a guy hopped on thinking he could buy a ticket at the next stop, which was ridiculous, and held us up a little bit. The holdup was me trying to find a seat when none existed because there was one extra person that wasn't supposed to be there. So there was that hassle. And then that made us a bit late, which he was a bit late anyway, regardless. So that was a thing. But also, along with that, we were about to get to Atlanta, and then the driver had an argument with a passenger. The police were called, and he was tossed off the bus. And now I've arrived at the hotel, and I'm sitting in the lobby instead of the room. You want to know why? Because my bank blocked the transaction, and because apparently I can't call the local number and have to speak to a representative every time. They are currently busy, and they have to email them. And I'm waiting for them to call back, because apparently they'll call back when they get the email. Which if they don't call within 30 minutes, I'm just going to call them back and be very angry. I don't know what else to do. I'm probably going to be leaving the bank after this, though. Just saying. Because this is ridiculous. But once this gets taken care of and we go to our room, then it'll get better. I know it will. Only other problem I can think of is there's a $50 a night incidental fee I didn't know about because Hotels.com didn't tell me anything about it. Which means I got an extra $200 on my bill that I wasn't expecting either. It's just a good day. But it will actually legitimately be a good day when I finally get in my room and we can get to it, as it were. But until then. And I'm proud of my mom for allowing me to angrily rant here and not stop me mid-sentence. I think she's feeling it too, though. So I ended up calling him back, and yeah, they were helpful this time. I guess they had it in the records that I was a bit angry. So he's increased my limit to take care of the whole blocking thing. And he said to give it 30 minutes because he put an urgent on it.
Okay.
So yeah. Plus, this couch is dang comfy. It's just made my frustrations just sort of melt away. It's good. I would have gotten one of those chairs, but I would have never got out. And I don't mean I couldn't have gotten out. I probably wouldn't have wanted to get out of it. And I did some calculations, used my own personal Wi-Fi because I can't log into the free Wi-Fi here yet without a room number. And I should be good for the weekend.
We are here in Atlanta.
Just new tip for anyone that doesn't deal with hotels a lot. And I worked at one for a while. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I always try to find out what incidentals were because I ended up having a little of an extra, like 200 on top of it because, and she's reporting in. But check for incidentals because that kind of blindsided me and I wasn't prepared for that as a result. Part of that problem was kind of on me. But yeah, that's just a travel tip from me to you. I can feel the actual convention itself getting closer and closer within my grasp. Also, shout out to the hotel I happen to be in, the Midtown Hyatt. They are a very understanding bunch here. They've always got the best staff. I've only stayed here twice. Once 2 years ago with me and Jacob, and then this will be my second time, and this is definitely my Dragoncon hotel of choice. I did have one final facepalm moment, guys. I forgot my scarf. I can't be Osgood this weekend. And now we are in the room. We're gonna relax a little bit and then get something to eat. Mom's getting us some water out of the thing because apparently we're gonna be fancy.
How fancy.
This is what she was trying to show you and the camera wouldn't flip properly. But yeah, so the worst part is finally over. And the good part carries on. So yeah. It's pretty good actually. By the way, I've been chatting with Jacob while we've been inside the hotel, and he found out the incidentals thing is indeed just a temporary charge. And again, I worked in the hotel industry. I don't know why I didn't remember this, but yeah, it's sort of a charge that they put on just in case they have to charge you for something. Which, I'm using the Wi-Fi, so I'm not going to get all of it back, but, you know. Oh, and Mom's going nuts. She just found a mini fridge. She found the coffee maker, which has made her happy as well. It's beautiful. I'm going to enjoy this experience with her, I think. She's sort of like the country mouse in the city right now, and I've been leading her around. So, just wait till I get her to Peachtree Center. Then the real fun will begin. Mom is about to experience the freaky escalator. I'll give you guys a preview for those of you that didn't watch her footage 2 years ago, too. It's disorienting. Yeah. Your brain at some point thinks, wait, this should be over at this point, and it's not. And it's the tiles, and it doesn't help. I'm in the badge line going through the big yellow maze. We're just a herd as we go to get our badges. Excited to finally get my hands on it. So that calzone me and her ate. This is my second take, by the way, because despite me saying that, she went, huh? What? But it wasn't any good. I rescind my in that picture. It looked good, but it's a bit too greasy and a bit too bready. I think I'm going to, with her, just stick to the little areas inside the hotels instead of going to the food court. That didn't go well. Now we're headed back to the hotel room just to relax and everything, because we pretty much got everything until 8 o'clock when there's a BattleBots viewing tonight. So it's going to be us watching an episode of BattleBots, and then some of the teams involved actually being in attendance and talking, so should be fascinating. And yes, that is what it looks like whenever I'm belching, walking, and snapping at the same time. Not pretty. Look at those clouds contrasted with our hotel. It looks kind of Gotham-y, to be honest. By the way, we're up on the 8th floor, and we've got a lovely view out of the window. Do you want to see it? Do you? It's beautiful. It really is. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, actually, me and Mom were commenting, just look how many white cars there are. It's like it's a favorite color here. I also made sure not to tilt the camera off to the right too far, because there's actually a couple lounging in I think it's fake grass down there, I'm not sure. So it is 6:27, and we're planning on being at the Sheridan at 7, so it's time for us to start to head out. They're going to have a screening of an episode of BattleBots at the robotics track today, and some of the teams that were there are going to be in attendance. By the way, my traditional con badge positioning, figured this out at Lexington Comic-Con. This is a good spot right on my backpack. I would just like to point out in a lovely bit of irony that Justin Robert Young and Jacob Carpenter have both arrived at Dragoncon at the exact same time. Look at that. So the genuine jury himself shows up, and my own personal jury shows up. So, kind of find that poetic in a weird way. Sorry. There's some weirdos behind me. I'm not sure who these people are. They're just following us. Who are you? Please stop. So I just had my first random Dragoncon engagement situation, and what I mean by that is that I talked to someone as if I'd been friends with them for years.
I don't know what I was thinking.
No, I'm snapping it. I'm catching.
Three more fights and raise this grand prize, giant nut.
Hearing skills to build themselves something to hold the giant nut. That's the best.
Most intense trophy in all of sports.
So we just got out of the BattleBots event, and oh my god, that was fan-freaking-tastic. So what it was a viewing, because tonight was the season finale as well, for any of you that don't watch BattleBots. So, but the whole event was us watching the 2 episodes of BattleBots that premiered tonight, carefully timed because we didn't have commercials. So there were a couple of times we had to pause the thing because we weren't allowed to actually be before the broadcast that was going on at the exact same time. But along with that viewing, several of the teams were actually in attendance, which was nice having all of them in that room. And plus, the group viewing experience was just fantastic. We had such a blast. But the room was just cheering, and listen to that thump of that bass. Sorry, I just had an ADD moment. That person's awesome. Anyway, but no, especially the running gag of the entire room going, wah, anytime there wasn't a commercial. Yeah. You want to try it now that you got more time? Season 3! Yeah, that was a great moment. I'm spreading that one around. But yeah, all in all, a fantastic experience, just as a group viewing. Oh, and funny thing is, I met a fellow Diamond Clubber there as well. Just completely random. I just happened to look over and he had one of the new stickers, or DIAF stickers, on his Nintendo DS, and I went, holy crap, what are the odds? I'll be seeing him around, of course. We've got some Diamond Club activities that will happen during this Dragoncon that still haven't happened. So, yeah, that's awesome. And of course, you guys saw my other BattleBot stuff. I posed with several of the teams, stuff like that. It's epic. You get to be in the same room with these people. And especially the tension in the room well, actually, you know what, for anyone who hasn't watched it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but consider this. Some of the teams that were involved in the finale were also in the room, so you can guess what the tension was. But all in all, it was just an all-out blast. I love group viewings like this. It was like 2 years ago when me and Jacob watched Doctor Who with all those people. Same basic experience. Although this was really a smaller, more intimate group, right? So we were making gags with each other and everything. It was oh yeah. So how are you enjoying your first, technically, day of Dragoncon?
I'm loving it. Loving it.
Good.
Dragoncon.